Nick, very good to see you. I'm anxious to talk about this big news, a massive data breach. Hackers steal nearly 3 billion social security numbers. So take a look at this headline because it puts it all in perspective. Hackers may have stolen the social security numbers of every American. And according to the experts, those numbers are now available for free on an online marketplace for stolen personal data. So let's talk through what we can and should do to keep our personal information safe. First, you say you need to freeze your credit.
Right. We need to be very proactive. It's almost like every other month we see this headline now of, this being stolen or that being stolen. Our
Yeah.
information's out there.
Yeah.
Somebody has it somewhere, and we need to be very proactive. So some quick ways to do that, obviously freezing your credit. If you're not going out and applying for loans and applying for credit cards and different things like that, having your credit open isn't necessarily important, anymore. And there's very easy ways through the three credit bureaus to go out and freeze your credit. And we'll provide links, to be able to do that. But you can freeze that credit and unfreeze it at any point in time in the future that you need. And very simple and inexpensive ways of doing that, just to be able to protect yourself from somebody else opening up an account in your name.
Yeah, it's a great and important first step. Next, you say monitor your accounts closely.
Right. So be proactive. Look at your monthly statements. If you notice that there's any fraudulent or any um, unknown source of, hey, my credit card's being charged for this, or, I've got some activity going on in another state, with a bank account or something, make sure that you're paying attention to those statements. All of these financial institutions, they see millions of transactions on a monthly basis, but you just have to look at yours and look over those statements each and every month of what's going on in the transactions.
Mhm. And next, you suggest setting up two-factor authentication.
Right. So this is the real pain in the rear end, that goes on, but it's one of those necessary evil things, to be able to log on to your account on a computer. Anybody can do that, but to put two of your devices together to be able to set up that two-factor authentication, that, somebody has to steal multiple things from you and be able to get in, I think is very important. It's one of those necessary evil things, as I said, to be able to do. I know nobody likes to do the two-factor authentication, but it has proven to help out
Right.
in protecting your information.
Yeah. Pain in the neck, but worth it. And
Yep.
then last, the biggest risk is us. Hackers will do everything they can to steal our information, and they're very good at it. That means we have to be vigilant.
Yes, vigilant is very important because hackers are going to do anything. They're going to impersonate people, impersonate a grandchild, a son, a daughter, and they're going to say, "Hey, I need money for this or I need money for that," and you've got to be very careful. We have heard of multiple cases, even here
Right.
locally,
Right.
of hackers and scam artists coming locally and having checks written by somebody to be able to get a person out of jail, a family member, a friend, or somebody like that. It's not that it's just happening overseas and somebody's calling you and you're sending money by Apple
Right.
cards or gift cards or anything like that. These things are happening locally too, and we've got to be very vigilant, to
Hmm.
protect ourselves, protect our family members and
Hmm.
friends.
Nick, if somebody would like some help making sure again that their financial data is safe and secure, how can they reach you with questions?
Right, absolutely. You can set up an appointment online with us, icanburyretirement.com. You can go right on there, schedule an appointment, or you can find our phone number on there as well, 937-498-1128. And we'd be happy to sit down and go over, all financial statements, just making sure that, everything is set up correctly for you.
Great. Nick, thank you.
Thanks, Aaron.